This week on the Spotlight, Alex Rios talks about his hot bat. Also from the White Sox, John Danks, a rare sighting. We'll tell you what he's up to. Then we have some basketball. Coach Tibbs analyzes the playoffs, but we have a special introduction from Luol Deng. Lou, what do you want to say?
Just want to say, Benskowski, happy 25th anniversary, and hopefully many more to come.
Check out my website, benkowski.com, for my weekly article and up-to-the-minute trivia sites. It's the 25th year of the Lansing Floral Sports Spotlight. Flowers for every imaginable occasion at Lansing Floral Shop. Call them at 708-474-1212. They deliver. Jack Desmond's Irish Pub has Benkowski Trivia. Wednesday, May 1st at 8 p.m. $10 domestic buckets on Wednesday. It's at 10339 South Ridgeland. Have a good time at Jack Desmond's Irish Pub playing Benkowski Trivia. I'll see you over by there. Want to get a haircut from a great hairstylist? Call mine, Rose Murillo, 312-726-2201. With a 30-year Southwest Side tradition, Huck Finn is open 24 hours to serve you with great breakfasts like the Becky Thatcher, soups, great lunches, 1/3 pound burgers, clubs, and much more. Dinners from seafood to steaks to pasta, great donuts, and ice creams. With 3 locations at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Stop in today. You know Huck Finn is open. Demitas is a great coffee shop. When I'm a little bit sleepy, I race to Demitas Coffee Shop for a lift. 1066 West Taylor. Breakfast, lunches, mochas, lattes, cappuccino, tea, baked goods, superb French toast, great chicken salad. Open Tuesday through Sunday. I can't say any more about Demitas Coffee Shop. Dave McLean Antiques. Open 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Saturday. Always buying and selling quality antiques, art, silver, coins, vintage bicycles, great wholesale prices. They're located at 2716 West 111th Street. Check out Dave McLean's Antiques. You ought to try Sam & Sons Jewelers like I have. Custom-made jewelry. You can buy it, sell it to them, trade it, they'll repair it. Certified loose diamonds and gemstones at 10640 South Cicero. Great people to do business with. Sam & Sons Jewelers, 106th and Cicero. Great food awaits you at Ignat's Ristorante, 2421 South Oakley in the old little Italian neighborhood. Chicken Vesuvio and Cacciatore, steak Isabella veal Parmesan, Chicago's best time out, Chicago Magazine, 190 North, all say, get to Ignat's Restaurant, 24th and Oakley. We're back in the spotlight. We're talking White Sox baseball, and a guy who started hot in Arizona, retained it into the first 3 weeks of the season, and is amongst the league leaders in a few categories, is Alex Rios. I overheard some of the teammates talking about him. They used a nickname. It was very positive. I bring that up during this interview. And we speak in a wide-ranging manner about offense, defense, pitching, and the whole White Sox situation here, not quite a month into the season. We're wrapping up April, and you kind of extended your Arizona hotness into the regular season, and that's got to be a good feeling.
Well, it is a good feeling when you start the season like this. Hopefully I can continue doing the same things that I was doing last year. Hopefully this is a continuation of last year, and let's see what happens.
I heard a huge compliment at the batting cage in your last homestand. You came in from knocking a few balls deep, and a couple of your teammates said, "Remember the Cobra? He's like the Cobra." And I don't know, do you remember a guy named Dave Parker, the Cobra?
Not really. If you could refresh my mind, that would be great. But I don't remember that.
He was an outfielder for the Pirates, heavier than you, big man who played right field, had a rocket arm and threw people out on the fly at third base a lot. But he had a very quick bat, and that's how he had this name. And they were comparing your swing with this guy, and I thought it was a big compliment.
Oh, well, that's nice. Yeah, of course. When you get compared with great ball players, it's always a compliment, and it makes you feel proud.
A little bit more about your start. You know, I know that, and I know it's almost a cliche, but people from Latin American countries, they say, hate the Chicago cold, and it takes them into May to get comfortable. But you all got off to a great start, and so did Alexei.
Well, this is a situation that we have to adapt to it. You know, it's not like we're gonna put the calls aside. You know, we have to deal with it, and we have to adapt to it. Whether you have to do whatever you have to do it to get acclimatized, and it's something that it's not the most comfortable thing to do, but you have to deal with it.
Well, it seems like it's mostly mental. I mean, you know, you're in pretty warm Arizona, and then you come here, it's a shock to your system, but you know, when you're a professional and you're getting paid well, you do your job.
Yeah, exactly. It's I would say that it's mental and physical, because you can actually feel you can feel the cold. But like you said, yeah, we have to adapt. We have to really adapt to any kind of weather, and for us to be able to perform. You know, if we don't adapt, it's going to make it so much harder for us to go out there and compete.
There is one other element of hitting the ball in any weather that, from my limited playing in the street type thing, but if you hit it right, even if it's cold, you don't feel it. But if you hit it poorly, it stings all the way up your arms. Do you notice this difference?
Oh, it does. Of course, that's one of the worst parts about hitting the cold. You know, your hands. It's hard to get a feeling on your hands, and when you grab the bat and you don't hit the ball in the right spot, it stings, and it stings your hand, and you actually feel it for a few innings, and that's not a good feeling, but it's part of the game.
How about defense here? The park is always kept in wonderful condition, so I'm sure the footing is fine. Are you in good symmetry, working next to Diaza now with some time under your belt doing that?
Well, we've had a couple seasons playing together, and we kind of know each other very good. You get to know his reach, he got to know my reach, so we're synced on that part of the game. So we're pretty comfortable at the positions we are right now.
Speaking of comfort, since you're in the zone that you're in and things are going well, are you in a situation where you go to a teammate who is maybe having some trouble and say, oh, you know, I hear something I noticed, you know, would you mind me telling you?
Well, usually we usually don't do that much, very often, you know, but some of us would go and ask other players. I'm not that kind of a guy, you know, because I don't know if the person like people approaching them and telling them if they're doing something wrong, you know. But if I'm asked, I'm more than willing to help, you know. And it's something that each ball player
has their own way.
Yeah, it's different in any kind of. Every ball player is different, but yeah, if I'm asked, I'll give my
opinion.
My opinion, yeah.
Okay. One thing to wrap up this concept: if the team is having a little trouble, you hear about a manager trying some crazy joke thing to loosen up the lineup, and I heard about they put all the names in a hat, and then they pick them out like this, 1 through 9. If Robin did that, would that be amusing to you, and you think it could help?
Yeah, it does. You know.
And we will have the answer to that when we return, right after these important messages. Don't go away. You've got to get to Lansing Floral Shop. Open at 8 a.m. daily. Besides a great array of live flowers, they have custom silks, Bridgewater candles. They want you to plan your parties early at a wide delivery area. They're located at 3420 Ridge Road in Lansing, or you can call 708-474-1212. Weddings, funerals, birthdays, anniversaries, and guys, try the No Reason flower. Believe me, it works. Lansing Floral Shop. Give them a call, 708-474-1212. You've got to get to Kelly's Tavern. You'll have a good time. I'm cracking up thinking about it. Benkowski Trivia, 44th and Wallace, Friday, February 15th, and again, Friday, March 1st at 8 p.m. Come out and play. Bring your friends. It's fun. Kelly's Tavern, 44th and Wallace. See you over there. McKell's Inn, where good friends meet for a cool one. 3259 West 111th Street, just west of Kedzie. Tuesdays and Thursdays, they have $1.50 domestic bottles, $4 Guinness every day. Great people, great staff, and trivia switches to Monday nights starting January 14th. You don't want to miss that. At McKell's Inn, 3259 West 111th Street in Mount Greenwood. Bring your car to Quick Stop Muffler and Brake at 95th and Pulaski, and they'll fix it right. They also do shocks and struts, free estimates. Call them at 708-423-3700. They're very thorough in their work, and they have very competitive pricing. Quick Stop Muffler and Brake, 95th and Pulaski. Since 1967, El Jardín has been serving the finest Mexican food. Before, after, or during ball games, located conveniently just 3 blocks south of Wrigley Field, 3335 North Clark. Whether there's a game or not, you still get hungry, and El Jardín has great service, great food, and great drinks. I've enjoyed every meal I've had there, and you will too. So get to El Jardín for great Mexican food at 3335 North Clark Street in Chicago. You'll be glad you did. We're back in the spotlight, and we have some extra Alex Rios. So before we get too far into this, we pick up the questioning with me talking to him. One thing to wrap up this concept, if the team is having a little trouble, you hear about a manager trying some crazy joke thing to loosen up the lineup, and I heard about they put all the names in a hat, and then they pick them out like this, 1 through 9. If Robin did that, would that be amusing to you, and you think it could help?
Yeah, it does. Whenever you have a loose, you want to have a loose clubhouse. You don't want to put extra pressure on guys because by nature we have pressure on ourselves because we want to excel and we want to do so well that sometimes you put pressure on yourself. But when you have a pretty loose clubhouse, it makes things so much easier. It makes it easier to come to the field and do your duties. So. That's good that we keep it loose this way.
Final question, your pitching staff. You have some great depth starting. You got people filling in for John Danks, although he seems closer. A deep bullpen. Who impressed you so far this year that maybe you didn't know them and you found out how good they were?
Really, the whole bullpen. I believe that our bullpen is one of the top bullpens in the league. We have some young players that have performed well in such a short period of time, and that tells you a lot, that they have improved so much that they're able to compete at this level, and that's the most impressive thing, when you have to have a role like an eight inning guy or a closer. So when you're that young, it's not easy, but they have handled it so well that it's impressive.
Okay, I'm going to finish by doing you a favor and having you do me a favor. My favor to you is I'm going to try to help you market the product Cobra 2. You are Cobra 2, and you could have your logo on these new products, okay? Your favorite to me, this is my 25th anniversary of my television show. Could you look into the camera and say something kind about completing 25 years?
Well, it's an achievement, and it's something that when you spend 25 years doing something, it tells you that you've been doing a great job, and it's such an achievement that it's the only thing that you can say. It's congratulations, and hopefully you have many years to come doing this.
Thank you. Maybe 15 more. I don't know, but Robin said 25 more. I said, that's a lot. Thank you so much.
All right.
Appreciate it.
All right.
Okay. John Danks was left in Arizona trying to work out the kinks in his shoulder, and he's back to try to figure out what's next.
What was the biggest difference these last 2 weeks? I mean, was it just time?
Yeah, just like I said, staying the course and getting my work in each day, and we knew it was going to be a process. We knew it was going to take some time, and getting strength back in the shoulder, and everything's looking good so far.
John, do you have a target? Do you have a sense of how many, 2, 3?
I have no idea. I'm hoping to find all that out today, but I think ultimately it's based on how I'm throwing and how I'm doing. But yeah, hopefully just a couple and get back.
Do you have a target date? Do you have a target date in your mind at all?
No, I don't. I'm kind of over putting dates on things. Just whenever it's ready, it's ready. So, like I said yesterday, I'm not going to go out there just for the sake of going out there. I want to get back whenever I know I'm ready to help the team. We'll see.
What are the areas where you're convinced that you're ready for a rehab assignment?
Say that again.
What are the areas where you're convinced that you're ready for rehab assignment?
Everything's just better. You know, especially since last time you guys all saw me. It's just all coming along. Velocity is coming back, getting a feel for all the pitches, and you know, making the ball do what I want it to do a little more consistently.
Being here today with the guys, does it make you even more anxious to get back?
Yeah, this is fun to get back and you know, get back in the mix a little bit. It gets a little lonely out there in Arizona, so but no, it's fun to be back and you know, hopefully we can win a few games while I'm here.
Thank you.
You got it.
And we'll be back with more on the Spotlight. With a 30-year Southwest Side tradition, Huck Finn is open 24 hours to serve you with great breakfasts like the Becky Thatcher, soups, great lunches, 1/3 pound burgers, clubs, and much more. Dinners from seafood to steaks to pasta, great donuts, and ice creams. With 3 locations at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Stop in today. You know Huck Finn is open. You've got to get to Shelton Fireworks, the world's largest warehouse, off Interstate 94, exit 22B in Porter, Indiana. Row after row of the best fireworks anywhere, from the little ones to the grand finales that'll end your show. Birthdays, anniversaries, graduations, in addition to the 4th of July. Just get over there to Shelton Fireworks now. Then you can reload by the time summer comes. Shelton Fireworks, I-94, exit 22B in Portage. Little Frank's Pizzeria and Bar, Thursday, $1.50 Miller Old Style. And of course my trivia games alternate Thursdays, the next one, May 9th at 8 p.m. You know they have $12 large pizza and pitcher all day, every day? Easy to reach at 79th and Narragansett. Check out Little Frank's. You'll be glad you did. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair at 108th and Kedzie does tune-ups, transmission, AC service, engine repair, tire repair, oil changes, and emission system repair. They're open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., and they've done a great job for me. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair at 108th and Kedzie. At the office, Sports Bar and Grill. 15 appetizers, flatbreads, burgers, wraps, paninis, 20 sandwiches, soup, salads. 4901 Calsag Road in Crestwood, near 132nd and Cicero. A great place to unwind. At the office, Sports Bar and Grill in Crestwood. Kirk Hinrich has had his share of health issues throughout the season, but he's solid and ready to go now. And as the playoffs start, he will be an important man because he is the facilitator. He has a great knack of including everybody in the offense and a huge bulge in victories in games Kirk Hinrich plays in as he controls the offense masterfully. So very important to have him healthy now. I would have to say the long-range shooting by him is a bonus. And we'll see how it goes, but Kirk Hinrich healthy now is a very valuable situation, unlike some of the other scenarios with the Bulls' health. Arguably the most pleasant surprise of this season has been the emergence of Jimmy Butler getting significant time. He worked his way into the starting lineup with a variety of injuries and has played at a high caliber. Initially, it was his defensive play that earned him more minutes, but he's scoring points. From time to time, he'll hit from long range, take the ball to the rack, and just flat out reliable, especially on the defensive end. It's been a pleasure to see his excellent work ethic applied, and a player of his youth seeing significant minutes. It's very good, very fun, and frankly, he can only get better with minutes. Keep in mind that we go to tape with the Bulls and Nets tied at 1 game apiece, and speculation all over the place about what's up with Derrick Rose. I do believe he may have gotten some bad advice at certain times, but I think here's a possible scenario. The Bulls go up 3-2 in this series, would have Game 6 at home and a chance to clinch, What an absolutely perfect time for Derrick Rose to put on the cape, get back in action, knock out the Nets, and then Rose goes into the playoff against the Miami Heat. I know it sounds kind of dreamy, but it would be cool, wouldn't it? We'll be back with more, including Coach Tibbs.
I eat on the pasta twice.
Salerno's Restaurant and Pizzeria at Grand and Racine is the place to go before United Center Pavilion, Bulls, Hawks, Cubs, and Sox too. Dine in or carry out with great family recipes, including homemade pastas, steaks, seafood, a great fun bar area. Meet people, have a tremendous time. At Salerno's Restaurant and Pizzeria, Grand and Racine, you'll find a great variety of foods for you to enjoy at Salerno's.
Albo's Sandwich Shop is new. They got good stuff. Open 11 a.m. Monday through Saturday. Italian beef, sausage, meatball, steak sandwiches, parmesan, soups, Italian subs, salads. At 6316 Archer, right around Mobile. Albo's Sandwich Shop. Really good stuff. Amelia's Bar and Grill, a great place at 46th and Halsted. They're open for lunch and dinner daily. Private parties and catering, a unique mixture of fine dining and Mexican specialties brought to you by Chef Eusebio Garcia. In fact, you'll be seeing some video from Amelia's in upcoming weeks on the show, and you should be dazzled, and you will when you taste their food. Amelia's Bar and Grill, 46th and Halsted. It is truly amazing. Reggie's is a great place with tons of music, interesting people and staff, great food and drink at 21st and State. And amongst the cool things they have, Benkowski Trivia, next Monday, April 29th at 7 p.m. Reggie's, 21st and State, a fun place. You got to get to Beefy's, a neighborhood tradition since 1987. Besides great beef sandwiches, famous chicken sub, they got the double cheese. You can dine in or carry out. Conveniently located at 5749 South Harlem Avenue. You want to check out Beefy's, a great place in the neighborhood. The last regular season press session of Coach Thibodeau is typically injury-oriented, kind of tense, kind of crisp, and really with the, at that moment, uncertainty about the playoff opponent, typically close to the vest for Coach Tibbs. So we'll give you one last of those, and then after this, it should be a little bit more reactionary after the playoff opponent is established. So here's Coach Tibbs, and at least not everybody's injured in this report.
Not many health changes from this morning?
No, same. Derek and Vlad out.
Everybody else available?
Yep.
Will Taj and Joakim be at similar minutes from the last game?
Yeah, they're not going to play extended, but a little bit more maybe.
What about Marco? Is he a little more
good.
Out now?
He's good. Yeah. So he's feeling a lot better. We're relatively healthy right now.
Will you personally be paying attention to the Hawks-Knicks score during the game? Or?
No, I just worry about our game.
Is it rewarding to you that it appears that you're likely to be in that 4-5 matchup?
No, just worry about it when we get there. I just want us to, play well today, and then tomorrow, we'll worry about what we have to get ready for. It's an exciting time of the year. The big thing was, our playing well, going down the stretch, and getting our health. And so it's good to have depth up front, and now we got to make sure that we're sharp.
Okafor's out for that. Will that obviously rebounding and size with Taj and Joakim has been important for you. Will that help maybe tonight for you with Okafor out?
Whoever they have, they got good players up front. Booker's very good. Serafin's good. Vesley's good. And they've had they had a slow start because of their injuries. But Wall has gotten his confidence. Cartier Martin's a guy that a lot of people don't know about, but he's a good player, very good player. Temple has been solid for him. It's a very good pickup. So they're a team that plays hard. They play unselfishly, and they've improved defensively.
Tom, you had mentioned that the rotation would kind of be a puzzle for you, and once playoffs started, that you'll have to figure some things out. Because the situation is still fluid as far as minutes and all that stuff, have you kind of come up with a plan A, plan B, or
we'll sort it out after tonight, as we move forward. I still want to see how guys are moving out there. And then, we have to, see where we are minutes-wise with people, and then also look at the matchups, who we're going against, and how we match up.
Yeah, would the difference in opponent possibly alter that, given the health situation?
Yeah, it could. And again, a lot. In the playoffs, you're concerned about every matchup you have out there.
Do you curtail minutes at all tonight? I know you said you want to win tonight, but do you curtail minutes?
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. We're going to see where we are. We want to be sharp, and I also want to get a look at some guys. But we're going to play to win.
Tom, what can you try to do to at least slow down Wall from what he did the last couple of games against you?
I'm sorry?
What can you try to do to slow down?
His speed is special. So like a guy like that, you can't give him any seams. You have to try to make him play in a crowd. We have to slow him down with more than one person, but his speed is very special, unique, and I think he's gained a lot of confidence this year, and I think a lot of that is based on his health too. So, he's a tough matchup. We're going to have to, try to make him work for everything. Our team defense is going to have to be tied together. In transition, we have to make sure we're thinking help, and we can't stay spread out.
Luol Deng has a very vital role. He often draws a very tough defensive assignment, but then still has to be involved in the wing part of the offense and score his share of points. He does average about 17 a game, and that's very critical, especially with Rose out. So Deng has some pressure on him. He'll also get you half a dozen rebounds when he's on. Don't forget Taj Gibson. He's had the knee trouble, but if he's reasonably healthy, he can sometimes be a game changer with not only his excellent rebounding, but his superb shot blocking abilities. And sometimes he'll get half a dozen in a game, and it will be gigantic. So watch for Taj. If he's feeling good, off the bench, could be an important role in this series before it's all over. So that's about all the time we have here on the Spotlight. Let me just knock this in, and I'll see you next week.
This week's show has been brought to you by the Lansing Floral Shop. Call for your flowers at 708-474-1212. Huck Finn, a great wide-ranging menu, along with donuts and ice cream. Open 24 hours at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Imprint Graphics, leaders in booklet, perfect bound saddle stitch, very competitive pricing. Call 708-396-1010.